What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blake Manor. In the last episode, we did a little bit of just general exploration. Not a lot going on at 2 p.m. in Blake Manor on a Saturday, but there are people out and about, so that was what we wanted to try to achieve. What I realized, I stepped back to kind of get a wider shot for the opening of the episode, and there was an eavesdrop option, so let's do that.
How are you feeling today, Miss Mantovani?
Oh, I'm fine. I suppose I could be better. This morning's cards suggest our preparations will not go unused. This is an upside?
I think that would be best for you to judge.
I will make the best of it, I think.
Can I do anything for you?
You stay here with me for a moment? I do not want to be alone just now.
I do like that there is some sort of camaraderie with everybody. That is definitely nice. Okay. Talk to Dupre. I need Dupre, not guest. I don't know what that is, but... There we go. Talk.
Hello again, my friend.
Okay, so, exorcism. Mr. Dupre, might you know much about exorcisms? I do, for my sins. Actual banishment is hard. Death failed to remove the spirit. What can we do more than her? Laying a soul to rest is the easier and kinder method of being rid of one. But when that is not an option, which is often the case with angry spirits, then we trap a soul and take that fetter to a faraway place. The Gulf of Mexico is littered with ghosts. They're harmless to us there. Tell me, are you asking theoretically or actually? Actually. What do you need? Mrs. Darcy believes that she's being haunted by her late husband, and she seems to be at her wit's end. I understand you're well versed in such matters. Do you think you'd be able to help her? My. I had the impression there was something troubling her, but I didn't know what it was. Quite that serious. I can help, of course, but I'll need an item of Mr. Darcy's, something that would have been of considerable emotional value to him. I'll try to find something that could work. Let me know as soon as you have it. It'd be better not to let this linger. Find something of Mr. Darcy's. Okay, let's talk about more stuff with him, though. Let's talk about well scrying. I've heard Miss Callaghan is a master in the art of well scrying. So I've heard. In fact, I've made plans to visit her myself. To be able to show a person their loved ones while separated, what a gift. Interesting. Okay. So they're definitely not, they're not opposed to being open about all this stuff. Drawings of a young woman. Were you close with Miss Deane, Mr. Dupre? Miss Deane? No, I dare say she looked right through me. She looks uncannily like my dear departed friend. Well, you see, each time I see her, it's like, well, the grief feels fresh. I'm guessing it's supposed to say unusual. That's an unusual tattoo, if I might ask about it. Oh, this? It's Maman Bridgette's Veuve, her mark. Consider it a devotional symbol. I'm an Aungan of hers, a priest as such. She's our Loa of life and death, I suppose. Your analogy to a Loa would be a saint. She is born of your pagan goddess Bridget. Her believers took her with them when they fled to America. I guess the journey changed her, for want of a better way to explain it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, you're the person I need. Shadowy figure? Have you heard of, well, ghosts that are larger than normal? I've heard of a great many things, and many cultures claim to have had giants walk their lands in times past, but no, I've never seen or heard of it. At least nothing that makes me believe. But other things? That's possible. Perhaps not a ghost, but an angelic visitation or other godly figure, maybe? This land's old gods, the Tuatha de Danann, would have been described as larger than man, for example, and the mythology here references many giants in that vein. I'm going to hold off on more.
I've taken enough of your time.
Not at all, Mr. Ward. But I won't keep you.
Okay, I don't know why it keeps giving me that option. All right, so... Cool. Profile is quick. So in order to do more stuff with Darcy, I have to find something of Mr. Darcy's. Mr. Dupre says that he needs something of considerable emotional value to Mr. Darcy to exorcise his ghost. If he was cheating on his wife, I suspect I won't find anything there, though. With his mistress, though? Oh, shit. I mean, I could try to ask Darcy about what she might have, but I don't think that I'm gonna get an option. I think what it's asking for is to go to Evelyn Deane's room and see what I can grab of hers. Let's just see what I can do. I still have 30 minutes in this hour before things start changing. Let's talk. Have you ever used an affair or infidelity as a plot point in a book? You know, if you just read my books, but yes, I did once. A woman's husband cheated on her, and their reconciliation night was his alibi for a murder. In hindsight, I do not think I did justice to how devastating it can be. If I were to revisit that story now, he would need another alibi. Romantic correspondence between Mr. Darcy and his mistress when they arranged to meet here at this event. Do you have reason to believe that your husband was writing to someone he shouldn't have before his death? Oh, do I? My Cecil was quite the wordsmith. It was what had me fall for him in the first place. Now, if only he'd had this decency to save those love letters for me. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Where was that? Were those in... Those are in her room, I think. And if that is enough emotional weight, then that should be enough to get to go for it. All we can do is try. Let's see. Her room is where? It's on the southeast side. Okay. Okay. Yeah, my only note on the whole game is really just the typos. There's a couple of technical glitches, technical stuff and typos, but to be honest, it's not ruining the experience of the game. It's just kind of like so much text. I'm sure it's hard to do this, and I don't know how big the team is, but I can't imagine it's a lot. Alright, Darcy, let's check your room. And we know she's not in there, so... Okay. So, I think they were in here, weren't they? Letters. I guess that's not gonna do it. Maybe you don't have it. Maybe Dean has it. Yeah, let's go to Dean's room. See if there's anything that I can find from that. And her room is right here. Okay. Alright, what can I find? Turpentine. She left, quote unquote, with a lot of her stuff, so there shouldn't be that much stuff left over. But it would be good to check. A bottle of turpentine. It looks like someone made an attempt to shift these markings. Yeah, I don't know if I... Oh, floorboards. There's a loose floorboard here. Is there something under it? It's a note. Start in the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west and walk for 2 junctions, then south for 1. It's kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. There's something else, too. A piece of paper stained with what, exactly? Well, that's another sigil thing. Follow the treasure map. The locket. I believe I know what's needed here. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna leave that open. I might have it. I want to go like this. No. Okay, I need to undo that one. Okay. Maybe I just kind of go around the perimeter. No, now I have two outstanding, so I can't do that. So I gotta do like... Hello. Oh, okay. Let's do it again. So if I go... Let's just start at the center. Yeah, something like that makes sense. I feel good, maybe, possibly? Yep, great. These aren't too bad. I like that it is slightly challenging. Hello. Are these Miss Deane's private notes? What did she want to hide so dearly? It's apparent I was right. I had little doubt, of course, but the jump from instinct to confirmation has been beyond imagining. I am the descendant of a Milesian ruler, one among three. My power is not imagined nor subjective. It is written in the authority of blood. Those curling waves emblemize my blood. Power is for the deserving, it said. I thought it ominous at first, even a trap, but it's clear I was paranoid. Perhaps it is simply the truth. That symbol, she said it represents her bloodline? Whoa, okay. That is not what I was expecting to get out of this. Does that come from this? Yeah. Right, so the locket is 100% hers, obviously. Milesian bloodlines. Follow the treasure map. Okay, so let's do that. Treasure map. Start in the garden in autumn. So we got to just go back to the walled garden. Let's do it. And then maybe we should take a look at what Milesians are in the library. All right, we have a new vigor. I think all these other actions can wait. We have to just kind of stumble upon what they are. Although Dupre's... Because wait, who is... Hold on. Am I getting confused? Oh, he can't represent Bridget because he's already in the seance. Or whatever that process is going to be. Yeah, that's... I messed that up. So we need someone else who's like a vessel of a religious figure. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... Irish history? Famine, look up standing stones. No. Religion, right? Actually. Spiritualism, religion. Celtic religious symbols. There are a number of designs synonymous with Celtic structure and spirituality. I list here a few. The triskelion, 3 spirals joined together at their outermost points at the center of the design, thought to represent the physical world, the spirit world, and the afterlife, or alternatively, birth, life, and death. The triquetra, an ancient symbol of a tri-pointed endless knot, now understood to represent the Holy Trinity. The Dara knot, a complicated square knot without end, associated with St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. The Dara knot is a symbol of unity and peace. Okay. All good to know. Not essential, obviously. Spiritualism. Oh my goodness. What do I need? I need like lineage, right? Irish folklore. Irish mythology. There we go. Look at the Milesians. The tribe of mankind, a word for the ancient Irish, I suppose, from which many of us are descended, led here thousands of years ago by three chieftain brothers, Eberfin, Emergin, and Eramon, who were said to be powerful sorcerers. They clashed with the old Gauns, the Tuatha De Danann, and reached a truce after much fighting. They agreed to split the land in half between them, but the Milesians tricked the old gods and picked the top half. That's when the gods disappeared underground, and mankind settled into this land. Ooh. How about the fate of the lands? The Battle of Tel Athiu was a fierce battle fought between the Tuatha De Danann and the Milesians that lasted many days and saw both sides using underhanded tactics. Eventually, after too much loss, a truce was reached, and it was agreed that the land would be split evenly between both parties. To show their goodwill, the gods let the Milesians choose their half first, but the Milesians tricked the gods for when it was their time to pick, they picked the top half. The gods, true to their word, accepted the deal and moved underground to Tir na Nog, part of the other world, to live with the fate. Interesting. Look up Tir na Nog. I can't find anything. It looks like any books on it have been taken away. I should ask around for more information. Oh. Okay, so there is benefit to looking at all these things. Yeah, nothing yet there. Geography? I don't know. I don't feel like I have anything geography based. Oh, actually. I guess I could learn a little bit more. Archaeology. Got it. All right. So let's go to the garden. And let's try to walk around and see if we can get to where that treasure map leads us. It says autumn. I have a feeling that I know what that's going to refer to, but we'll just have to find out. There's 4 huts, or like 4 gazebos out there. I think each one of them is going to be indicative of a season. So we have to figure out which one is the autumn one, and then that's our starting point. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh no, there's 5, but the 4 smaller ones are the ones I was referring to. Okay. These are kind of identical. Okay, so start in the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west and walk for 2 junctions. Hold on. Start in the garden in autumn. Walk east to the junction, then north for 3. Turn west, then walk for 2 junctions and south for 1. It's kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. Yeah, these don't give anything unique. How am I supposed to know where the autumn one is? Unless it's something here. A young lady carrying a bushel of flowers, or maybe grass, personifying spring. Got it. Okay. So you're going to be summer. Autumn. Okay, no, you're not. You're autumn. Okay, so if we're starting here, start in the Garden of Autumn, walk east to the junction, then north for 3. And just checking. I'm assuming that, yeah, let's east to the junction, north for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Turn west and walk for 2 junctions, then south for 1. 1, 2, south for 1. Okay. It is kept behind the cornerstone, which is seen when you face the stairs. Wow, that's dope.
This is where the note from Miss Deane's room leads me. If I look in here, then... Ah! Found it.
Ah! Uh-oh.
A strange book. It feels as though it's staring right through me.
What do we got? Lots of observations. Okay, so, Oskile. This sigil fills me with dread, but then it's overpowered by a sense of ambition. Are these emotions my own, or do they belong to someone else? Dun. This sigil fills me with a deep sense of sadness and the fear of being trapped. Are these emotions my own, or do they belong to someone else? Despite the modern-looking cover, the pages are old and rough. While they're dry, they smell of peat and moss. I'm not sure what this was written with, but I have a fear it was not ink. I can make out some Irish letters, but others are unfamiliar to me. Somebody has translated the sigils. Miss Deane, perhaps? The first one means to open, and the second means to close. Also written here, Skyle, release, but I see nothing of that name in these pages. Oh, open, close. Wow, okay, so they have different meanings. Why on earth did she have this? Those symbols certainly seem like ones I've been using, but what is their purpose? Oh, I have a hypothesis. Okay. Let's do it. I don't have all the evidence here, but I don't think I need it. Miss Deane attended because... an invite promised information about her powerful Milesian ancestors. What if... I know what happened here. But we can't confront anybody about this one.
Someone who knew about her Milesian lineage. They also seem to believe that she is a wellspring of magical potential. I've known people who are happy to exploit the skills of others. Did Miss Deane's mysterious correspondent really help her from the goodness of their heart? Or rather, what were they getting out of it for themselves? Can I learn anything about the culprit from this?
Maybe. Ooh. They know Miss Deane. They do not know Miss Deane. It is an organizer. They are Milesian themselves. Probably Milesian, right?
This is possible. But there is no way I can tell that from this letter.
Well, they have to know her.
That seems unlikely. Their entire message is built on intrigue and trust. If she met them, and it was somebody she knew, it could be enough to chase her away.
It's an organizer. I don't really know. I guess they don't know.
This is likely true. They admit they are a stranger. And that is certainly true. Their entire message is built on intrigue and trust. If she met them, and it was somebody she knew, it could be enough to chase her away. Given that, I am looking for somebody with no prior history with Miss Deane.
Oh, okay.
I have picked up another fact about the culprit. I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result. And if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts about the suspects?
Okay, well, that's another mystery down, and that's a big one. So, the idea that the person has to have no prior knowledge of her. So, he has prior history, therefore, O'Mara's eliminated. She knew Miss Deane before arriving. She knew... Yeah. Knew her or knew about her is also two different things. Knew Deane before she arrived at the manor. Miss Deane knew Deane before she arrived at the manor. That I believe. Knew Deane before she arrived at the manor. This event is his first time meeting Miss Deane. Okay. They're able to write. Oh, so if they're able to write, she's out. Let's go with the easier one. Oh, let's not do that. You're out. So you're out because you can't write. You're out because you can't write. You're out because you absolutely have prior history. They used magic in the kidnapping, so anybody who is not magical in nature is out. So who isn't magical? Miss Callaghan's notes say she has no magical talents. I think we can decently eliminate Barbosa. They wear medium shoes. Yeah, he's out for that too. His shoes are medium. That's still... I found a letter written by him in the lobby. Doyle. I haven't seen his shoe size yet. Shoes are medium. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've eliminated a couple. That feels good. We're in a good spot there. Right. So we're going to get the facts out of each one of these is one fact that we'll be able to use to eliminate people. What were the guests doing on Tuesday night? A bridge game held in the library on Tuesday evening. I think I have to now actually start asking that question. Okay. All right, so I've done that. That's cool. Still have no progress on the actions here, though. So I have to figure out how to play the melody, but it seems like there's no accessible piano. For her, I need to figure out how to get I need to get something of Mr. Darcy's. Need something of a considerable emotional value to Mr. Darcy to exorcise his ghost. Got 20 minutes left in this hour just to figure out what else I need. To pray.
Hello.
The Fae. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I found a tome of old Irish magic in the walled garden. After following the clues, we should talk to him. Does this book mean anything to you, Mr. Dupre? It does not, Mr. Ward, and for that I am glad. I would not trifle with the energy it holds, nor the magic those symbols have to offer. Bridge game. Did you attend Tuesday's bridge game? Almost, but the lovely Miss Montavani offered me a reading. How could I refuse? So I skipped the game. Okay.
Not at all, Mr.
Actually, hold on. Just make sure that there's nothing else that I have that... could be... photograph of Miss Deane. Ooh, I can... Okay. Do you recognize this woman? Why, of course, that's... No, sorry, that's Miss Deane, isn't it? I should be able to make the distinction. I should. Yeah, I'm wasting time now.
Not at all, Mr.
Until I know what I have to do. Oh, hello. What the fuck is that? A key? Doesn't look strong enough for a door. Perhaps for some sort of locker? Locker key. Where is there a locker? Oh, like a... Wait. The staff knows. Alright, let's go up there for Toussaint, right? Here's our well, which we'll come back to tomorrow. As in tomorrow, in the game. Let's talk to you. It's been a long time.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
Okay. Let's talk to you about the bridge game. You didn't happen to attend the bridge game on Tuesday evening. I did not. I'm not really one for socializing. Did you find anything more interesting to pass your time? Ah, you're probing. I have something you want, no? Information, perhaps? Ah, so I suppose we are friends now that you've done me my favor, yes? The answer's a boring one. I sat the event out. I found a pleasant nook in the northeast corridor and read. But you do not need to trust me, monsieur, though it is the truth. The cook, Mademoiselle Murphy, I'd asked her to bring me a sandwich that evening. She can attest to my whereabouts. Good to know. I could do reflections, but honestly, I have a lot of time
Take care.
that I need to spend doing everything else. So let's go back to this mystery, the fight. Cool. Okay, so now we could... This is fun. Now we could start corroborating their alibis. This is awesome. Okay. So let's definitely do that. Where am I going? I'm going to Finn. And is he one of the people that I need to investigate? No. No. But I haven't talked to you in a minute.
What's this now? What Egypt carved this rubbish? He'd have to work hard to make a more rotten-looking rock. Some posh folly, this.
So who else is on this list? It's Scarrett, Coventry. Okay, so two of the people who are at the edge of this garden. Oh my god. Oh, I have to go past him to do it. Let's just see if you have anything interesting to say.
And you're back. What can I do you for?
I don't have anything that I desperately want to ask you. More footprints. Here's the thing again. Cool. Okay. I'm curious if you could beat that treasure map thing by just like canvassing. You must have to be able to, because I don't know if there's any way that the game can track what path you took. It probably should do that, but I don't know if it does. Like if you knew that was there and you played the game a second time, you just walked up to that spot, would you be able to do it? I don't know. Okay, so let's talk to you about your alibi.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Talk to me about your bridge game. I hear there was a game of bridge the other night. There was. I had to dust off my skills a bit, but it was a fun little game altogether. Might I ask who played? I might try to round up a game myself, so it would be good to know who plays. Ward is so good with these questions. Ah, yes. Myself, Miss Callaghan, Miss Darcy, Miss Barbosa, Miss Quinn, and Mrs. Lau were there. Marquess Blake joined too. Oh, and the doctor stepped in for, I want to say, Mr. Scarrett, who dropped out for some reason at the last moment. Ooh. Okay. Good.
Good. And to you.
So let's get his alibi. Where the hell were you, Scarrett?
We meet again, Mr. Ward.
Were you at the bridge game on Tuesday night? Oh, I don't think so. On Tuesday? No, I was relaxing fireside in the library.
Good day, Mr. Scarrett.
Good day.
Okay, so let's take a look at this again. Why does it have us keep going to Quinn? So maybe I should corroborate with Montavani. Murphy needs to corroborate that. Omara. And I have not talked to the Marquess yet. I don't think Omara is out and about right now. Murphy is there, though. Murphy's at the other side of the house. We could try to do that before the hour's up. I should try to confirm with Montavani. That was stupid. I should have done that before, but confirm with Montavani that Dupre was indeed having a thing. Basically, if I confirm everybody else, I think it puts more suspicion on Scarrett, right? That's the idea. Because Scarrett offered 0 options for backup.
Signor Ward, we meet again.
Discuss evidence. Let's talk about his statement. Mr. Dupre told me you were kind enough to give him a reading on Tuesday. I do not know if it was a kindness, more an excuse to practice something familiar. But he's right. I read his cards for him. I hope the reading helps him find the spirit he's seeking. Great.
That's all.
Of course.
So that's confirmed. "19 out of 24 evidence pieces found." I mean, we could wrap this up pretty quickly if we just resident alibis. Maybe, possibly. Let's go find Murphy, and then maybe we talk to Hunter too. Where am I going? And then, damn, I really would love to be able to do an exorcism, but I don't know where the hell I'm going to get. Oh, you know what? Maybe the Darcy thing is going to be stashed somewhere. Like the other thing, the other letter that she received. Maybe that's another stashed message that we'll just have to find somewhere. Which is frustrating, but understandable. I guess I should ask you about your whereabouts on Tuesday.
May I be of service?
I'm told there was a bridge game on the other evening. Did I miss out on much? Yes, one of the events that was run for the guests. As Marquess Blake was overseeing it himself, I took the opportunity to meet with the housekeeper and coordinate rotas for the following day. I'm afraid you have little else to tell you as a result. Interesting.
I need nothing else, thank you.
Certainly.
Why does it keep doing that? It keeps going back to to Miss Quinn. Statement. So discussable. Oh, so 2 on Murphy. That's excellent. So as long as I corroborate that, we're good. So Murphy definitely requires a little bit of investigating. That's just a random book. Okay, and Murphy is in the West Tower, or close to the West Tower. Oh. Atrium here. I feel like I'm being a lot more quiet in these episodes. I think it's just all these loading screens. I'm noticing I'm more quiet when there's spaces in between everything. I guess I could ask you too, but let's just do Murphy first. If she handles everything that we need to handle, then it's fine. who that is. Okay, great. Murphy.
Sir?
Statement. Mr. Varley. Mr. Varley mentioned updating the rotas during that bridge game last Tuesday. Yes, sir. So I understand it. Mrs. Joyce would have been with him, though, and not me. Oh, interesting. Okay. And how about Toussaint? Did you bring food to Mr. Toussaint in the northeast corridor on Tuesday night while the bridge game was played? I did, sir. I remember the time I was bringing the young master his supper then. Because of that, it was half cold by the time I got to him. He didn't complain, bless him. I think he was happy he got to stay up a little later. Locker key. I found a little key dropped in the hedge maze, miss. Small gold with a little number on it. That sounds like a key for one of the bathhouse lockers. I've not heard about anyone losing theirs, though. I'm sorry, sir.
I'll leave you be.
Oh, all right, sir.
Bathhouse locker. So that means we have to go to the bathhouse. Okay. Which isn't a room I can go in yet. Okay. Let's Oh, no. Let's do this. Okay, we're at 20 pieces of evidence found. Hunter, I need his thing. I took the opportunity to meet with the housekeeper. So let's talk with the housekeeper. And then cool. So let's talk with Joyce.
Good.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, let's talk with this. Mr. Varley mentioned he was in a staff meeting during the bridge game. Well, yes, sir, I was there too. Better that than serving drinks to blasphemers. And then, how about the bridge game? I understand there was a bridge game held on Tuesday. Yes, not that I know about it. I left some bottles and glasses out the night before and saw myself out. If they could flirt with the devil, they can pour their own drinks, I'm sure.
I'll be off, Mrs. Joyce.
God bless you, sir.
Interesting. Okay, we got 6 minutes left of this hour. These people were playing bridge at the time Miss Deane was having her fight in the hedge maze. Let's see what the guests were doing. So I just need to ask Omara, and then I think I have a pretty clear idea that it's Scarrett of the guest alibis. I guess I should just ask Hunter. So let's go out and ask Hunter as well. And then maybe we try to get into the bathhouse for whatever reason. The good old 30th of October. Okay, let's see. What does he say?
Mr. Ward.
Bridge game. I hear there was a game of bridge on Tuesday evening. Oh, I wouldn't know. That sort of thing's for guests and the staff serving drinks. And I, as I'm sure you could tell, am neither. No, I was outside still trying to get to the stable door done before the night chill set in. Okay, got it. And then I wonder if there's anything else that I can ask him about. Just to get that number for the safe. Can I ask him about himself? Let's do it. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Hunter. I don't know that there's much to say, but I can give it a go. I'm Scottish born and raised, and I worked there until just a few years ago. But a friend of my mother's family, she and her side being Irish, let me know that the manor here was looking for a stable master. I could have stayed in Scotland and taken some other work, but I prefer a job out in the country. Always have. And so here I found myself. You say that you're the groundsman and stable master. That seems like a lot of work for one man. Just as well I have the strength of two then, right? Ha. Nah, truth is I do what I can. There's not too much work in either, at least not this time of year. We're often not as busy as we are now, so the carriage doesn't come out much. And once the horses are all cared for, it would be gardening, but all the plants are dying back now. Summer, on the other hand, summer's quite another story. I get by, though. Plants, at least, will wait when the horses won't.
I'll be off.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Horse. I don't know if there's anything to look at the carriage. I don't think it's going to give me anything. That would be kind of a stupid assumption, maybe, possibly, but okay. And is there any other? Okay, great. Mr. Hunter claims he was working on the stall door of the night of the bridge game. Do I have to ask him about that?
Mr. Ward.
Himself? You said you were repairing the stable door on Tuesday evening? Aye, it would have been Tuesday. Had to do it right when it was broken. Saved me from making up another stall. I think I missed some meetings for it. The horses have been my best interest in mind. Okay.
Right, yeah.
And it did get fixed, so that's definitely not completely incorrect. Also, I wonder if I can go inside the manager's office now that because I know he's not there. Just to see if there's anything in here. Staff only in that room, sir. Oh, okay, that's why. So Varley can go... Interesting. So there's like a little bit of a... like, there's always someone watching, which is good. All right, let's try to do bathhouse. I don't know what that's going to help me do. Maybe bathhouse is another one of the areas that's going to be quote-unquote sealed until we can get, like, if there's like a basement route that gets us back up to the bathhouse or something like that. I could see that happening. I feel like I've been extremely precious with time, and maybe I don't have to be in the same way. Sign says bathhouse is closed for the winter month. If this key is for a locker in the changing rooms, Miss Deane must have found another way inside. Yep. Okay, so, yeah, looking at the map, is there... I mean, theoretically, it could be from the Blake family side or the closet that's on the other side of this. Maybe I can push something. I'm assuming I can't get into the Blake family residence. A locked oak door. I don't think it sees much use. From my memory of the outside, I suspect this leads to the Blake private residence. Who are you? Mary Blake, deceased 1894. And that's Jonathan Blake, Marquess of Doon since 1874. And I don't think there's going to be any way into the bathhouse from the supply closet, but we could certainly try. Actually, look at that. That's a door. That's a door. Whoa. Okay, wait. So I need to figure out what this code is. How do I figure out what the code is? That's just this wax. Oh, Christ. How do I figure out how to get... This is going to be from the staff, because this is a panel in here that's a secret entrance into the bathhouse. So if that's the case, the staff is going to have the entrance. Most likely Joyce. Observation. So much wild stuff. So it's like actually an insane amount of content to investigate here. I mean, I suppose let's just look at the toys. Some toys, presumably Walter's. Lettered blocks, a pull-string dog, and an encyclopedia of undead creatures with vampires bookmarked. All right. 3 p.m. So there's a talk in the drawing room. Okay. I want to get there. Oh, wait. Oh, I've looked at that. Okay. I want to get there. I want to just do a quick route around to see what else. What do we got going on in the world at 3 p.m.? So they're in the library. So I have Omara is in the drawing room. That's who's in this section of the world. How about outside? I'm looking for the last few people I have not seen yet. And any way into a basement would be nice. Oh, Jesus, it's dark. 3 p.m.? It's this dark already? I guess because it's raining? I don't see that as that big of an issue, but... Let's just see if there's anybody in the hedge maze side. Is anybody crazy enough to be out here when it's this dark and this rainy? Yes, the priest is, that's for sure. Do I have to ask anything of the priest? If I do, he's out there, and I know that. Okay. And then let's just do a little lap around the house before we call it, just so I have that in my notes for 3 p.m. I also don't know how long does the talk go? Right, is there anything that I can learn from the talk? Who's leading this talk? Who is that? Oh, it's Fia. Okay, that would be the first time we'd see her. Walter's still up there. This leads perhaps to the Blake private residence. The hinges are rusted over. It hasn't seen use in some time. How the hell do they get into that private residence then? If they don't use the door that's down there and they don't use the door that's here, what's the entrance to the Blake residence? Okay. So we know this floor. Again, I want to do a quick lap around before I hit the drawing room, because I think that drawing room is going to be important. All right. Yeah, and I think it's pretty much all but confirmed that as long as we go to the... As long as we appear on the map, we'll know where... Like, we reveal who's where in each space. Let's just go to the courtyards just in case. Like, we just have to see the space with our eyes to register whether there's someone there or not. Scare it. Anything else outside in the world? No. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it then. We'll hit the talk on the next episode and see what else we can reveal in Blake Manor. We got a lot to do, but we're going to call it right here, right at the nice entrance of this building. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see future episodes. And until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.